All right, how is everyone? So, this is the first session in our series of courses in which I'm going to tell you about how to set up a chessboard. Now, a chessboard, as you might know, famously has 64 squares. So, this is an 8 by 8 square. And when you start setting up your board, whether it's on computer or if you have a physical board that you're going to put in front of you, the trick is that the first square on the right hand side should always be white. So if you're unsure how to set up the board, remember that the first square on the right hand side should always be white. Okay, now chessboards usually have with these annotations. So you have from A to H on this side and from 1 to 8 on this side. And this might not make too much sense right now, but soon as you make more progress on chess, you will start writing down your moves. And in that case, these letters and numbers make a lot of sense for you because they will allow you to keep track of where your um, pieces go. So now when you want to set up the pieces here, chess, there's a black side and a white side to chess. You might have white pieces or black pieces, and you might know that white is the first to move, okay? Now, if you want to set up your pieces here, and I will do a follow-up video in which I will tell you the value of each piece and how each piece moves. But let's first talk about how to set up the board and then we'll get there, okay? So I'll only show you how to set up the white part of the board and then we'll get to black. Normally, if you have a diagram in front of you on a chess website or in a book, white is generally shown at the bottom of the board and black is shown at the top. Now, if you're playing on a chess website such as chess.com or other website, or if you are using your computer software, it is possible to turn the sides. You can put black at the bottom and white at the top. But if you look at diagrams and books, well, obviously you cannot change the sides there, but the white is usually shown at the bottom. Okay, so now let's get to how we set up the pieces and what the pieces are actually. So the first piece I'm going to show you here is a pawn. Now, you will note that there are ranks and files in chess, and I will get into that and their importance. Let's just call them rows and columns for now. So in this second row here, you want your pawns to be on the second row always. Okay, so if you're white or if you're black, so if you're white, you will put the pawns here. If you're black, you will put the pawns here at the top. Okay, so like this. And so you put the pawns on the entire second row. So this is your starting position. You should have the pawns all sitting on your second row. And I'm not going to do that for black, but you get the idea. The black side would be exactly the same way. Okay. So the starting position will have all of these pawns on the second row, and they protect your major pieces that will then go on the first row. Okay. So you will have on each side, you will have a rook. So this is a rook. It will go to A and it will go to H. Okay. After the rook, we will have knights. So knights will go here next to the rook. Remember, the same thing is going to happen on the black side. Okay. After the knights, we will have the bishops. Bishops go here in F and in C. And then sitting in these two squares, you will have the king and the queen. Okay. Now, if you are white, your king will go to the black square. Okay. And the opposite will happen for black. So if you're a black, your king is going to go to white square. And then your queen is going to go next to that. So if you're white, your queen is going to go here. And then if you're black, it will go right here. Remember, the rest of the empty squares here for black has to be filled out exactly the same way that we filled it out for white. Okay, so this is the starting position. All your major pieces are going to be protected by your pawns that are on the second row, and then you can start moving your pieces from here. So I'll do a follow-up video in which I will show you what the pieces are, what's the value of each piece, and how they move. Thanks for watching.